Hello, guys. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on wherever it is you're watching us from. So, we don't come to give you the evening news as they drop all over the world. All right. So, the first news of the night now, the fact say Fabrizio Romano will be our transfer guru. They'll come and give us updates on Julian Timber's replacement. So, Baba of the opinion say Arsenal could become an option, like as Arsenal, Benjamin Pavard could become an option for Arsenal again, because Arsenal they look for the person where they go fit use take replace Timber. Baba Sato, I cite you. So that is what Arsenal is planning on doing, and they don't identify this Pavard. Now Pavard, I believe, is a centre back. Now nobody Arsenal they go for Pavard. Inter Milan are huge and strong admirers of Pavard. Manchester United are very, very serious with Pavard. So now if you say Arsenal don't get injured, like I tell my friends, Arsenal are back in the market looking to sign somebody, because you see that Julian Timber, just erase them for your mind. Just take and say we never sign any player like Timber, because Baba don't get injured. Just believe say in season don't end. So we still need to sign somebody else. We have a vacuum now that needs to be replaced. So that is what Arsenal is trying to do. So before now and when the season will end, we'll try all our possible best to make sure say we sign somebody. So now Fabrizio Romano let us know. It may not be Pavard though, but at least we are making like strides. We try our best. And I can't even hear say Arsenal they pursue Mohamed Simikan of RB Leipzig. Himself now defender MB. So Arsenal the pursue. And that Simikan said once upon a time we were looking for him. All of a sudden we can't change our mind, can't go sign Timber. In short, he was like the plan B when we were looking for Timber. Now obviously we can't get Timber can't get injured, can't go like injury table. So now we are looking for another person. So we could just watch. But I'm not surprised say in the coming days we'll hear different names. They link them to us because Arsenal are back in the market. Initially we want to sell some of our players before we can't go buy. But now, we are in the ascending order. We'll find how we will take by. So don't just watch. Anyhow, I get the news, I'm going to let you know. Now, away from that, so Ian Wright will be one of the Arsenal legends. Come as I can talk about the title race for this EPL. So Babadi of the opinion say it is going to be a two-horse race between Arsenal and Man City. Now, what's in the sea? Yes, but from me now, with the emergence of injuries and departures at Man City. Now they see where they see Man City. Man City now, I checked the lineup yesterday. I don't know how many of you now watch the match Man City play against Sevilla. I just purposely looked at their lineup. Their lineup no they as formidable as before. And I look at their bench. I don't look at the bench and say, okay, now Sevilla they win 1-0. Who can Man City call from the bench? Baba, now only Julian Alvarez has sit there. I don't see anybody for that their bench. I don't see anybody. You know, say which day because Baba Sato or God Joker they talk say Man City get plenty average players. I was like, how many average players are there? That yesterday I see their bench at 4. Say this Man City they don't weak. Ever since they lost Gundogan, they lost Mahrez, they now lose Kevin De Bruyne. A lot of shit pack are there. Even Ogamalo, they asked me this morning, say how many of Arsenal players fit enter Man City man for man. I said I mentioned more than 8 players at J because based on that lineup pass yesterday, Man City no get squad again. That is why Man City is looking to buy Jeremy Doku, a winger. They won't buy that one. That is why they are looking to buy Lucas Paqueta. Look at the Kovacic, the board. I want a short one. I want a shit packer. So when they look at him, it's Saka, Martinelli. Like the squad of Man City they play Sevilla yesterday. Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, Saliba. Saliba go enter that team when they play yesterday. Trossard go enter that team. Rice, Partey, they go enter that team. Man City know they as formidable as we thought. I don't talk this thing in the past. People they say maybe I don't know what's in they talk. They don't lose players. They don't lose men. They are trying to sign, but they cannot sign the type of people they get. And God just help them. Now they are about to lose Laporte because Laporte is on his way to Al Nassr. Man City don't accept fee for the guy. So you remember the player say, okay, yes, I do. Once Laporte don't go, don't say the squad depth, don't they find a square root again. They get locked. So what cannot join Bayern Munich? If you see say this season, Now Kevin De Bruyne don't get injury. Look at against Arsenal, Haaland was missing. Look at against Sevilla, Haaland was missing. But against Burnley, I can't show in Giants. But when you play the main men, them you go lost. You see this season, you go shock a lot of people. Man City no go perform the way they performed before. But Mark can say, "Now choose talker." You get just Mark can. So Mark could just watch. Oh my, I think that they shock me. So based on what thing you're right to talk, me I not say this thing as the 2-horse race. People keep forgetting that Manchester United have strengthened. People keep forgetting that Man U don't buy players and they are still looking to buy Sofian Amrabat. If their fee gets that Amrabat, now there you go know say Manchester United are killers because a midfield, a defensive midfield of Sofian Amrabat and Casemiro, they go kill anybody. I can tell you now. So Man U, they don't sign players, so we just don't underrate them. So for me, I'm seeing a 3-horse race because for me, I'm seeing Manchester United, Arsenal, and Man City. These are the 3 teams where me I feel say they go for the league. Any other person, I don't really reason them, but Liverpool are outsiders. Because the thing that happened to Liverpool last season, nobody said Liverpool is not a big team. Liverpool had injuries to key players. That was what affected them last season. But you see this season now we can get injury to our own key players. So make what happened to Liverpool last season no can happen to us this season. Because this time around, Liverpool don't sell some of their old guards and they don't buy some kind of new people. You get my Japanese guy from Stuttgart, so they go buy Endo. The guy is a defensive midfielder. And today, before I come live, Liverpool have entered the race to sign Sofian Amrabat. They are trying to rival Manchester United. So everybody's strength. I'm saying Liverpool as an outsider. So we're not going to look and say that maybe only Man City and only Arsenal. Now they go for the league. Baba, Liverpool did there. So we just watch. Now, away from that, so for the media setting ahead of the match, where Arsenal will play on Monday, they go play Crystal Palace. They ask Arteta some questions. Say, okay, I take see this our Ramsdale and this Raya. So what's it make you buy Raya? Like they ask the guy. So Arteta could explain. Say, they said all these people they complain. Say we're not supposed to get 2 number 1 goalkeeper. Look at. Don't give example. Say look at what happened to Timber. If this same thing now happen to maybe Ramsdale, what we go do? So we can't put runners in. Abina Otto Okonkwo we go put. Abina Karl Hein. We can't play shit backer goalkeeper. By then we can't find how we enter market. How we take back keeper for January. Is that what we will now be doing? Say that is why we needed to have this kind of keeper. Okay, look at Real Madrid. Do you know that this same anterior cruciate ligament injury what happened to Timber? Now it happened to Thibaut Courtois of Real Madrid, because Real Madrid did not have a capable number 2. They now had to contact Chelsea emergency. So okay, give us Kepa Arrizabalaga on loan. Let us see what we can do with him. Now, Kepa don't go there, they don't unveil him. That is who they are using now. But if to say then get an adequate number 2, they will not be worried. That is why Arteta say competition for places is very, very key. So that when cases like this happen, we will get somebody else who will say, okay, Baba, stand up, or you come play, you don't reach your turn. That is what we are trying to do. Now, away from that, do you know that your Walcott is retiring from professional football? Now, your Walcott is 34 years old. He won 2 FA Cups with Arsenal. So, they don't hang in boots, say, he no play again. So, they call it Celebrate Him. He's trending on Twitter. So, I said, I can let you know because some of you may not know that he's playing football. I think the last club he represented was Southampton. Now, former Southampton boy, I think he has gone back to Southampton and retired. So, wish him all the best of luck. The guy said, no really achieved. That's your Walcott. And one of the people who say, when they're young, they say, huge potential. You go walk up, it's scatter everywhere, very young, a lady master. Last, how many league in win? What did he achieve? So that's all life be. But wish him all the best. I remember that those days where I did small. If walkouts they play like this, would they always like when they use walkout? Even when they play PS2 that time, would they like walkout because now a lady master just give her the ball. Boom! Walkout Bellerin that year for wings. Who you be? Walkout go over Bellerin go overlap, he go give her Bellerin go jackpot. Walkout. Oh no, they were making football sweet then, but it is what it is. You don't hang your boots in time don't pass. So let's move forward. Now, they ask Arteta, say, based on Julian Timber injury, say this Timber injury we don't get now. Don't you think it is an opportunity for Kieran Tierney to come and play. But back on the say, it is not just an opportunity for TNE, it is an opportunity for everybody at Arsenal, because as we do, we want to be very, very dynamic and not static. We don't want to make people they predict our style of play. That is why we can carry a Julian Timber, where originally supposed to play right back or center back, we can't go to play left back. That is why we carry a Partey who's supposed to be playing defensive midfield originally, we can't go through for right back. We don't want people to be able to predict us like last season. Last season, even if you know the Arteta, you get, if you still predict, say, okay, Martinelli will play here, Saka will play here, Rice will do here, this one will do here, that one will do there. Like, you could easily say who Arsenal will use, because our lineup was always consistent with the same people. But this time around, Arteta, they try to rejig the board, you get, so use different people, so that you will be a position, they say, okay, we will mark down this one, we'll mark down one. But by the time the match starts, you go fall, they say, they don't change style, so they're waiting Arsenal, they try to do so. So just the watch. Now, away from that, they call the ask Arteta, say, who can be your number one for Arsenal? Let me know. Who be number one between Raya and Ramsdale? Who be number one? But I said no number one. I need to watch all this Arteta press conference. But I said no number one. Say no play for goalkeeper. Even the number 9 position, even the number 7 position, even the number 11 position. We don't get number one for here. That is why I always tell you there are no sacred cows at Arsenal. It means nobody is more important. Get at any time. If anybody can't do more than you, they will throw you, put you for Benjamin, which is how it is supposed to be for healthy competition. So as Arteta talk, the journalists can rest, which means Ramsdale, Raya, almost anybody can overtake anybody. Overtaking is allowed. After all, now Ramsdale pursue Leno. So why Raya no go fit pursue Ramsdale? Anything can happen, anything goes. So no just watch as it go be. I just like the healthy competition, because if you watch your say Raya talk for an interview, Raya say in day here to bring healthy competition. You don't want anything toxic or anything like. We could just compete and challenge ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. And at the prayer with myself, I the like make it happen. Now, away from that, they call it ask Arteta, say, why you be saying I don't get player? We have score 20 goals per season. Why? So Baba Konaté say it is true. Say as we did like this now. We no get one person who will talk, say, okay, now this one will score 20 goals, now this one will score 25 goals, because we dey manage the goals within ourselves. You get? But another way Arteta can't expatiate. As they talk to the journalists, we say, Odegaard, no, he scored 3 goals, 4 goals. But look at last season, he scored 15 goals. If they tell you, say, in the beginning of the season, Odegaard will score 15 goals, you go believe. They say, no. They say, now, so it just be. Nobody go come outside and talk, say, me, I go score 20 goals. Let's say be Alan, I go score 20 goals or 25 goals. It can still happen. Odegaard will score 15, can still score 20. You know, get forehead. Saka will score maybe 11, can still score 18. So that's how it just be. The Coco be say, if they create chance for you, make it score, because Arteta also talked about our clinical nature. We are not really clinical enough. So we need to score more and more goals. Although people like Ian Wright go talk, say goal scoring is not our problem, because last season actually scored 103 goals and Man City scored just 6 goals more than us. So you cannot come out and say goal scoring is our problem. But me and you know, say we dey waste chances where anytime we will play. So more than they see how this season will go, because Arteta understands all the problems we are talking about in the comment section. You go to say Arteta don't know what thing they do, but by the scam, you know what thing they solve. So you know all the problems, and he's trying his best to make sure they solve all these problems as we go along. So my dear Arsenal lovers, the biggest news of the night is the fact that Fabrizio Romano, who is our transfer guru, is telling us that Benjamin Pavard of Bayern Munich could become a transfer option for Arsenal to replace the injured Julian Timber. Whether this one will come to pass or not, we could just watch as we go along. So my dear Arsenal lovers, this is actually the evening news. So as I come your way tomorrow, as usual, that game out.